Hi, and welcome to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. My name is Bill Moore. I am a food truck business coach and author of Food Truck 101 Beginner to Winner. This podcast is all about helping you start and grow your food truck business. Today, we're going to talk about unlicensed activity. Unlicensed vendors hurt legitimate business owners, period. This is not up for debate. As a consumer, we all have the right to see the most recent food inspection report. Some states actually require the businesses to post their most recent food inspection where people can see it. And in other states, you're allowed to ask the owner for it so that you can verify the place you're eating at has at least at some point in the past passed a inspection from the health department. In either case, it's just a super simple way to determine if the vendor is legal. Because if a state requires it to be posted and they don't have it posted, they're already illegal. If a state allows a consumer to ask for it and they can't produce it, they're already illegal. Because if they're not wanting you to see whatever the most recent inspection was, chances are you don't want to eat there to begin with. But if they are legal and they're broaching sanitation rules or selling food in an unsafe manner, every state has a reporting mechanism in place to handle such complaints. And certainly if the situation is dire to where you think somebody could get sick or even die, you can call the police and explain the issues and allow them to take the authority to the owner that's not operating in a safe manner. And then they'll follow up with the health department to make sure that this person does have a license. And if they don't, they'll take care of getting them off the streets. That's not your job. And then if they're an illegal vendor, call the police again. So if they're legal and doing something that's going to make people sick, notify the health department immediately. If it's in the off hours, like a lot of the illegal people will operate, say on the weekend, call the police. Let them handle it. And if they're an illegal operation, call the police. Let them handle it. Do you notice a pattern there? You call the authorities, let them do the job. If you want to try and be Mr. Nice Guy and inform the vendor of, hey, this is illegal and you might want to do it this way because the health department requires it, all that's going to do is lead to confrontation. Illegal vendors already know they're illegal and they certainly don't want you calling them out. So it's going to lead to confrontation, it's going to lead to violence, it's going to lead to something you have no desire to get involved in. Just call the police, tell them this person is here. I believe it's a legal activity. Can you come check this out for me? And if you're thinking to yourself, well, they don't know what they don't know, so it's okay that they're operating because they don't know. Here's the thing. They know enough to get a driver's license. They know they got to have one of those. They know enough to figure out how to get government assistance. They know enough to send their kids to school. They know enough to try to generate profit by selling food to other people. They know what side of the road to drive on. They knew where to buy the trailer to begin with. So, yeah, they know they're operating illegally. They're either doing it explicitly because they don't want to get legal because they can't, or they're hoping that no one else is going to notice. But trust me, they know they're illegal. Being in the food truck business yourself, you should care about the people that are coming to these illegal operations because at some point, they're going to be your guests too. Every negative experience someone has from an illegal food truck vendor is going to hurt your business because now their opinion of street vending is a little tainted and they might just decide to stop eating at local small business food trucks because of one person that made them deathly ill from not knowing how to properly serve food. Now think about that. If someone does get sick or worse, they die from eating improperly cooked food, and you noticed it and didn't say anything about it, you're at fault. It's real easy to turn away and say, somebody else will deal with it. No one will get sick. No big deal. I'm going to go run and hide in my little hole and not do what's right. Take some courage. Step up and take action. Be brave because you certainly can do it. How would you feel if a city official catches wind of somebody getting sick from a food truck or food trailer? Licensed or unlicensed doesn't matter. Only thing they're hearing is food truck or food trailer. Somebody got sick. Somebody died. Tighter rules, more hoops, more fees, more inspections will be the result of that. Politicians never let a bad situation go to waste. Brick and mortar owners are going to push for more restrictions because, hey, those food truck owners make people sick. This person died. We need to ban them, get them out of the city, run them out, tar and feather them. And they're likely going to win. Because the general public is going to go, well, my goodness, if that food truck made somebody sick and they died, well, I don't want to send my kids there to get food. I don't want to eat there. Because they can't tell the difference in a licensed food truck and an unlicensed food truck. They can't tell the difference in a properly ran sanitary food truck and one where the person doesn't even wash their hands. They can't tell that difference. All they do is step up, order food, hope it's delicious, and leave. But if you notice, because you're in the business, you notice things going wrong and it's not being corrected and you allow them to continue to operate, you are at fault. Can you imagine the spin on that story if someone from one of those groups dies? Let's say that it's a child. Children are more susceptible to food poisoning. Older folks susceptible to food poisoning. So imagine a respected, aged veteran dies from improperly cooked chicken he bought from a food vendor operating illegally. Or how about a child's life that gets shortened from E. coli because the vendor lacked the education and certifications to even know what E. coli is? Do you think for 1 second that a politician couldn't get restrictions passed with either one of those two people as the poster child for that particular agenda? Just put that child's smiling face, life cut short because vendor can't cook chicken. Yeah, that's going to pass. And it should, because if someone from our community, our food truck community, allows illegal people to operate, we don't deserve to be in business. And please don't sit there yelling at the radio or yelling at the phone that you're listening to this on and saying people got to do what they got to do. Illegal is illegal. A drug deal gone wrong resulting in death creates an immediate opinion on who's to blame. And yet 50 people getting sick from an uneducated, uncaring food truck get a pass? Please. We know who's to blame, and we chose not to act on it if we allow someone who's selling food in an unsafe manner to continue to operate. If you don't care enough to police our industry and help it to get better and stronger, don't get into it. There's a whole bunch of other things out there for you to do where you won't hurt somebody. Every guest that I serve today could be one you'll serve tomorrow. But if somebody along the way taints that guest's opinion of food trucks with unsanitary conditions or sickens them with food, guess what? We all lose. If you guys are enjoying the podcast, please consider hitting the support button and follow the links in the description and show and offer us support. Every little bit does help keep us going. If you love being around like-minded, positive people, join our Facebook group. It's called Food Truck Training. There you're going to find a whole bunch of information and inspiration from the awesome membership. Thank you guys so much for listening. I certainly hope you're finding all the information useful on your food truck business. Y'all have a great day and come back. Tomorrow, I'll have another topic in store.